Okay, this is my wife's horse, Dakota, a thoroughbred off the racetrack with his head in the food bucket. She and I were out just this morning up in West Milton. Actually, we're in Pea Ridge, and I work on his hooves, the natural hoofmanship, natural hoof care, and trying to get that Mustang roll with an angle grinder actually that works pretty well. We don't live here, we board out here. Nice place. We're about to get a little closer to our home, which is in Navarre, and so we don't have to drive quite as far. I do drive out here if the probability of rain is lower than 20%. Well, maybe lower than 50% depending on what I see. I ride out here on my current two-wheel project. It's a daily driver project. Again, I ride it either to work or out here or both every day that it's not raining. About 30 miles plus one way. So it's about 60 miles, 65 miles a day on her. Plus, if I've got a little time and the weather's nice, of course, I'll go rolling up into the country. It's a 1984 Moto Guzzi T5, 850 T5, the classic V-twin. If you know anything about the T5s, that's Jose the mule over there, by the way. If you know anything about T5s, they come with a sort of they came with a sort of a bread box, little fairing sort of thing with about a 4-inch piece of plastic lens, plexiglass lens or something on it, and a square headlight, as was popular back in the mid-'80s. When I got it, it didn't have the box. It did have the windshield loose, and like the previous owner had tried to mount or was thinking about mounting a later model Moto Guzzi headlight. I just got a little 7-inch headlight from one of the shops online and got it all wired up. The instruments look kind of naked, but there is a speedo, an attack, and all the little jewels were missing when I got it in the box. I do have a oil pressure light here, and I've replaced the front brake master cylinder and the switch gear. This switch gear is not hooked up yet. Basically, I just have a toggle for the headlight switch. Again, it's a work in process. I'm going to get relays. Right now it doesn't have horns. They would mount there, and it doesn't have turn signals, but it's a good runner. It's got bags on it. The jivvy mounts, I think, were mounted backwards, but it's all right. I like the angle on them, and they hold a lot. It's convenient when you're doing a project bike to have a box on one side with extra tools, which I've got plenty of them in here. Suspended by a bungee cord to keep them from rattling around, and a little rain cover in case I get caught in the rain. The gas tank, it's got some gas dribbles on it, so I'm guessing this is the second paint job, although I believe it shipped with red. The wheels seem to be powder coated. Your gunshots must be a zombie breakthrough into the perimeter over there. So, and I guess the bread box covered all that up. Frankly, I don't know what did that before, but I've got a nice cork from a bottle of a good Chablis there. This tailpiece is something I did myself. It's just off of an earlier project. It's off of a Nighthawk, Honda 700 Nighthawk, because again, that big box that was originally mounted on this thing is missing. It didn't come with the bike. It's got the original La Franconis on it. I think they're the originals. They've got an outward slash cut that, I got to tell you, I've not been able to find anywhere. The H-pipe was boogered up, so I replaced that. I've got little cone filters, and I've replaced all the fuel lines. I rebuilt the pet cocks. They're fine. I think I've got a little head gasket leak here. And one of the great things about the Moto Guzzis is you can change the oil, set the timing, and adjust the valves all in about an hour, sitting on a paint can. I did put some good high temp paint on a few coats, and just to kind of clean it up. If I keep it much longer, I'll try this for a while, but I might ceramic coat them at some point. Ceramic coating's gotten expensive. So that's the bike. There's a tool kit in here. Gloves, glasses. There's a tool kit under the seat, along with a flashlight, earplugs and stuff in here. So it's kind of cool. I think I've got tools for everything that goes on in this bike. Anyway, it is cold. I've been up here about 3 hours now, so let's see if she'll start. I need to hit the choke on the Del Ordos, open the fuel tap on the left side, and fuel tap on the right side, and the choke lever is on the inside on this one. They're both on the left. I guess they're identical carbs. I'm running fuel filters. Every time I change the oil, I change the fuel filters. I haven't seen a lot of crud. The tank's pretty clean on the inside. So let's see if it'll fire up. And you can see the fuel filters. There's plenty of fuel. And I got the kill switch on. Let's see if we can get her to start here. 'Does a little dance, and then she makes a nice Guzzi sound, and these cone filters make a kind of a sucker noise, especially when the choke circuit is on. Much better in the rear. We've got headlights. The voltmeter works there. If you're doing 2,000 or more RPM, it's going to make about 14 volts. I do a lot of bug collecting. And we'll get ready and ride home soon as the horse finishes eating. So that's my 1984 Moto Guzzi T5. All right, take care.